Welcome to STP, Societal Deconstruction Podcast. So, DMT takes you to the bad spiritual realm, always?
From what I've heard from people that I've known, they've always described something in a bad sense.
What type of entities?
Some said monsters, some said, demons, some said serpents, some said ungodly.
Anything close to the description of mine at the bottom of the pit?
No.
Huh.
No. And then I would watch some YouTube people that would use DMT to go, and they always describe pretty much the same thing as the people that I knew, and they always say it feels bad, or looks bad, or the intent is bad, or whatever. It's just, they always relate it to a bad sense, and I'm just thinking to myself, why does DMT send people to a bad area? Is it kind of like cheating your way there?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, but hey, this is Boat. We're coming out of Central Florida, and we're just jumping right into the conversation of spirituality, random thoughts,
and consciousness.
And this is my buddy Matt with us here today. Hey, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
So, yeah, be careful when you take DMT. You know what I was wondering earlier? I've never done DMT, but I have gone to the spirit realm, world,
You can actually travel there, though.
Plane.
You can project yourself there. You have that ability.
Well, this is what I was wondering today, and one thing I want to study and look into, which I have not, is meditation.
Right.
And see if I can meditate my way there.
You can.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. Right. I
don't know if I could focus much, though.
I've seen the capabilities of what you could do with your projections, and you could absolutely do that if you had guided meditation. You could absolutely do that.
Why? What do you mean you've seen the ability?
Of you being able to leave your body while chilling and hanging out unguided. Not meditating.
Have you seen me go to this?
Yeah.
Oh. Where? Which one did I go to that time? You were here? I thought I could only do it when I was alone.
No. You did it for like 2 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe I just went for a minute, and maybe it was scary. See, sometimes if it's scary, I'll come right back. I can make myself just be like, zip,
right,
come right back.
It was so quick that you didn't know if it was you traveling there, or if it was you dreaming, or
Well, I wasn't dreaming because I was awake.
I get exactly, or in the sense that maybe you weren't really awake, maybe you were still dreaming and just talking to me, and it be a dream. That part.
I don't think so because I don't think I was sleeping.
No, you weren't. We weren't. No. But anyways, that's just me going too deep into shit.
Well, I've never really talked about this on here before, but maybe we should reverse a little bit and talk about when I went to the, I don't know what we call it, the spirit realm, the spirit world, the astral plane.
It's the astral plane. Yes.
The more research we do, the smarter we become.
Yeah, it's the astral plane, actually.
And I wanted to research that more before I did this podcast, actually, because I hadn't done much research on the astral plane. I have it written down in my book to research it. And I did one day, and remember I got off topic because I said what that doctor said about it being a dissociative disorder. That's as far as I got when I researched it that day.
Yeah.
So I did mean to. I tried to, and then I got off on this whole other tangent.
Yeah, and then that's just,
about a doctor that thought it's a dissociative disorder when you go to the astral plane or the spiritual realm.
Or anytime you leave your body at all.
Right.
Period. Even the people
anything
having surgery,
out of body,
any out of body experience and near death experience.
OBE.
Out of bodies. Yes.
OBE.
That's what he described it as.
Huh.
Which essentially is him and many other doctors in the world trying to say that they are chalking it up to a mental disorder that needs to be fixed with medication because people that do that are insane.
Right.
They claim to have left their body.
Right.
That it's impossible.
Right. Which we're not insane. We're the spiritual. We're the people that can see. We're the spiritual people that can see stuff that other people can't. That the regular people can't. And we're the insane ones. But you know what? Maybe we're the sane ones. We're the normal ones, and the other ones are crazy because they can't see it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's just kind of like my daughter. Her grandfather died when she was 5 months old. Right. But when she was like 1.5, she was running around, giggling and laughing and stuff. She's an only child, right? She wasn't playing with any other kids. But she was giggling and laughing. And asked her, what are you doing? She said, I hide. wanted to have it. I hide. Okay, cool. Why? Seek. Okay. She was playing hide and seek with my dad.
Oh, wow.
Right, because we would show her pictures of my dad, so she recognized him. And they would play fucking hide and seek. And then around 2.5, she started sticking her tongue out. Just randomly sticking her tongue out and just let it hang. It's not like something that a kid normally fucking does. It's like a seen behavior, learned behavior. But it's something that my dad did.
Oh, wow.
Without knowing that he was doing it, he would just have his tongue just hang.
Like it needed to breathe.
Right, it just needed, yeah, exactly. And my daughter started doing it. And we're like, what the heck?
That's fucking weird.
Exactly. It's not.
Do you think he was possessing? Do you think she was possessed by him, or she was hanging out with him?
She was hanging out. Yeah.
He was teaching her.
He was just coming to hang out with her and see her. Yeah, exactly. She was copycatting.
See, that's so neat because when my dad died, I don't know if my dad doesn't like me anymore or. I don't mean that, but sorry, Dad. I don't mean that, but it's been 20 years since he's been gone, and I've not had a lot of signs at all. Like I don't know that, or if he does, he's just very, very
behind the
sly
curtain.
about it.
Like behind the curtain.
He doesn't want me to know, or he.
Right.
What would be the purpose of that? Although I don't know. I mean, I guess there's. I just can't put a finger on it.
It's literally the same thing that you just said is the same thing that as to how God's explained. Like, you might not feel him there, but he's there and always has you, type of thing.
Like, because I know he is. He is. And
exactly.
He's either disappointed or he's proud. It's one or the other. It's probably never a middle ground because that's not how I am.
I feel like if anybody in our ancestral shit was disapproved of what we've done, I think they would let us know somehow. Like, our life would become disarrayed and...
You don't think it is?
Me? I'm about to become homeless. Fuck no.
You're not homeless. You're gonna be living. You're gonna be.
I'm gonna be couch surfing. I'm gonna be couch surfing.
You're gonna be couch surfing for a little while, and you're gonna have a
cowabunga
place at your mom's half the week.
Cowabunga. How long has it been since you heard that?
Cowabunga?
Yeah, fucking Ninja Turtle days.
Oof.
Damn.
What was I saying the other day?
What?
I said it when I opened the drawer.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I can't remember now.
It starts with an R.
Retarded.
No!
No, but you did say that the other day, too. That shit's retarded. Yes, it is. It's so fucking retarded. We can't say shit's retarded. Fucking A.
Well, it's like saying gay.
Yeah.
I still say things are gay.
Fuck yeah. That shit's fucking retardedly fucking gay.
Retardedly
exactly.
fucking gay.
Don't be fucking retardedly gay.
Gaily
dude.
retarded.
Seriously, fucking don't do that.
Gaily retarded faggot.
Just because...
should we say this stuff? It's Pride Month.
Why not?
Fuck
that. If that'd be like the same thing as white people not being able to admit that we fucking literally are like the tyrannizers of the planet. We colonized the entire fucking place.
Yeah.
Look at fucking England. How many freaking places? They got India. The second freaking...
India's still their colony?
I don't think so now.
Oh my god, it could be though.
It could be though, yeah.
They just let go of what? Taiwan or
Guyana off of
but didn't they just release Taiwan or Singapore or one of those
shit
places?
Like that. Yeah.
Wait, we're not very geographically
no, not at all.
I'm normally geography is one of my best subjects. I just don't know all the political aspects of it.
You know what?
I love geography. I know if you ask me where some random country is, and I bet I could tell you.
How about let me see here. I'm trying to remember. You know how I'm trying to remember my countries right now?
A, B, C, D.
No. Well, sort of, but fucking Wacko from the Animaniacs. Do you remember the fucking country song that he did? Or Yakko?
No.
Oh my god.
I didn't watch it.
Really? It's fucking great.
No.
So you know how they have the song for like kids to learn their capitals and their states and stuff like that? So the Animaniacs also made a song to remember countries of the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
So name me a country.
Uruguay.
Uruguay is in South America, and it's the southern part of South America, I do believe.
Sort of. Uruguay is in between Brazil and the country that touches the bottom. Is it Argentina on that side?
Or Chile.
I don't remember if it's Chile or... that was my question.
So it is on the bottom. It's the south.
No, it's like in between Brazil and the bottom part.
So it's the southern
because it's
end
like
of
really
South.
small. It's a very small country.
It's in the southern part of South America.
I say it's like in the centrally part of South America.
But don't you think that was a fairly good answer?
Look, all right.
I guess the right fucking continent.
Go to the damn Amazon Trail. Take some pictures.
The what?
Amazon Trail, where you got to go on the canoe and take pictures of animals.
Amazon Trail?
Yeah.
The fuck is the Amazon Trail?
The same thing as the Oregon Trail, except you went on the Amazon.
Are you talking about the Appalachian Trail?
No, I'm talking about the fucking video game where you can actually go on the Amazon Trail. You don't remember that?
There's no Amazon Trail.
No shit.
The Amazon is a wetlands and
it's a web of
big giant wetlands
a bunch
in South
of
America.
Streams and rivers. Yes, I know.
It's the biggest wetlands in the world, I believe.
It's the biggest, not just wetlands, but rainforest.
The Amazon rainforest,
yes.
wetlands.
Yes, I know.
We sounded like retards right there.
No, you never fucking played Amazon Trail in the 90s?
Amazon Trail?
You never played it?
I don't think so. What is it?
It's a fucking game where you learned about the Amazon. Yeah.
You know there's pink dolphins in the Amazon?
That's awesome.
There is. And there's you know how every continent has its alligator? Like North America has the alligator, although we have crocodiles too.
Wait,
we have saltwater crocodiles.
No, there's just two things. Gators, crocodiles, period.
No. It's more. There's gators in North America and they're freshwater. There's saltwater crocodiles in North America. There are crocodiles in...
What the fuck is a saltwater crocodile?
It's a crocodile that lives in the Keys, like around the Keys. I've seen one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Saltwater crocs. They live like underneath the Everglades.
Okay,
the Everglades, between the Everglades and the Keys.
Wait, I thought alligators infested the Everglades.
Alligators are in the Everglades, but south of the Everglades, in the saltwater, alligators are in freshwater. Right. Crocodiles are in saltwater.
Right.
Then there's crocodiles in Africa.
Yeah, the ones in Africa.
Those are big ass.
Oh my god!
Creatures.
Yeah, I know.
Then there's crocodiles in Australia.
Yeah, but I thought they were all just crocodiles.
No, they're crocodiles. I think the ones in Australia might be saltwater crocs.
But what I'm saying is, I thought crocodiles were crocodiles. Like
there's different types. Each continent has kind of a different type. So what is the crocodilian species of South America?
Boots.
Boots?
Yeah, that's what they get turned into.
What are they called though? Caimans. They're called caimans.
It took you a second to catch that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, you're like, wait a second, boots. What?
I was thinking boots like Dora and Boots.
I know.
Dora the Explorer.
I know. It's like, nope. Literally, I think we are wearing.
Literally.
We are wearing them.
Caimans. Like the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands. British. British overseas territories. Cayman Islands.
Yeah, fucking England.
So, what if the Caimans the creature? What
Say
are
what?
the Caimans? I'm looking for the Caimans the creature. Because the Caimans are the creature that lives in South America in the Amazon that are like an alligator or a crocodile. They're Caimans.
Okay.
I believe.
Oh, now I know what you mean. It's that's an actual is its own animal of its own kind called the caiman. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's a crocodilian like reptile.
Yeah, it's a crocodilian style. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boy, we're smart.
Yeah, I
we
know.
are just killing it today.
Fucking in.
Jesus.
Also, the Everglades is the only place...
We're talking to spirituality and now we're on crocodilian species of South America.
We're going to totally get back to that. The Everglades is because I looked into this. I hate the fact that our country imports and exports more than we need to. I get it. I get it. It's for the economy and everything. But how about we drive the cost of things down by not importing it because we can fucking do it ourselves here, and keep prices low. Well, you know the fucking certain people are gonna not allow that to happen because trust funds and dividends and preferred stocks and all that shit. They fucking love to have their money every year, so they're not gonna do that. So I looked into it. The Everglades are the only place in the entire United States that we can naturally grow Japanese rice.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably that exact climate. Do you want to hear something interesting?
So we don't even have to import Japanese rice. We can fucking grow it.
Why do we need Japanese rice so bad?
So we can have fucking good-ass sushi.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Chinese rice?
It's not the same.
What about basmati rice?
Certain jasmine rice is the best to use for sushi.
Well, I have a pretty good story about the Everglades.
Well, at least you survived it, obviously.
Yeah. When I was 18, my dad... I had just moved to South Florida Boca to be exact. And my dad came to visit me. He lived in New York at the time. Mm-hmm. And he drove his truck down with his canoe on top, and we're going canoeing, right? All right, we're going canoeing. Dad says, okay, all right, Dad. And I'm thinking, fuck. I'm 18, you know. I'm into nature and shit, but I really don't want to sit in a canoe with my dad for hours.
Right.
I'm into partying. I want to go look for some beer. Like, where's the fucking beer and shit?
Canoes are not motorized, so, like, it's a long...
You gotta row those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that ain't no joke. And you gotta steer them.
Uh-huh.
They do not just...
They're not the same as a kayak and shit.
They're fucking...
They're fucking heavy duty.
They're a whole thing.
I'd rather have a rowboat than a fucking canoe.
I'd rather have a fucking John boat with a motor.
You know, actually, you know what? I'd rather have a fucking floaty with my paddled hands.
I agree. Not where we went. Oh, my God. So, we go to what's called Loxahatchee. Oh. And I'm like, all right, we went there a long time ago when I was younger, when I was about 12, and we took an airboat ride and saw alligators and shit like that.
Right.
We're in an airboat, you know, we go up, come back.
I've never been in one.
Oh, yeah, they're loud. You got to put cotton in your ears. Like Cotton Eye Joe. So
where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
I didn't know any other lyric to that than that.
Leave it to me, right?
So
Fuck.
We take the canoe.
I hate my memory.
Thank God we fill out a little slip saying what time we left, how many of us, what craft we took, and put it on the dashboard of our truck. So we proceed to put the canoe in. We're paddling. We've canoed together before, so we're a decent little team. He sits in the back. He steers. He does most of the rowing. I sit in front and bitch and row here and there. And look at the nature and point shit out. So we're going. And all of a sudden, we get to this wide open space where the fuck is the trail, Dad? I don't know. It's all wide open water. I said, well, here's a sign that says don't go past this point. I said, here's another sign that says don't go past this point. I said, maybe we're supposed to stay in between those signs. He goes, all right, makes sense.
Right.
So we go. We keep going. All right, well, there's a lot of open water out here. How the fuck are we supposed to find our way back? And he's like, well, there should be the signs that you saw. And I'm like, all right. So, we keep on going. We We see lots of birds. We see lots of gators. We see lots of stuff. It rained for a little spell, probably around, 3, 4 in the afternoon like it does. It was in January, by the way. And it must have been around my birthday. And then we get to a certain point where Dad says, all we've gone is fucking west. This trail was supposed to turn around like a horseshoe and take us back to where we started. I said, well, shit, Dad. I don't know how the fuck we're going to get back, because look. We turn around and look, and it's just a wall of fucking sawgrass.
What the fuck?
We're in a fucking canoe in the fucking Everglades.
And sawgrass sucks.
Sawgrass sucks. You can't go through it in a canoe.
No, and then like literally every kind of flying...
It'll rip your face apart.
And every kind of flying bug that's hassle and a fucking annoyance lives in them.
Ugh.
And attacks you.
And you can't even go there in a canoe. You can't even get through it. You can't even go through it. It'll push you back. Mm-hmm. You could go over it in an airboat.
Go over it, in an airboat.
So we're pretty much fucked. So... we turn around, we try to find go through a few openings, and Dad, man, I don't know. He's like, hon, I don't know either. And I'm like, fuck. Shit. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, how are we gonna find our way back? Everything looks the same out here.
Put it all on fire.
I was 18 years old, we didn't have cell phones.
Right, that's true.
We had no cell phones to call anybody. We had no flares. We had no...
flares. Nobody ever fucking mentions
You're supposed to have flares when you're on a boat.
On any kind of fucking craft, period, out in the water.
I don't even know if we had a goddamn map.
Probably not.
I don't know. So, we probably left around like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, 1, 2 in the afternoon. It's January, so it gets dark at like 6.
Yeah, in January, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're out there and it gets dark. And I said, fuck. And then my dad starts to really get nervous. And once my dad started getting nervous... oh, I think I cried. I was so scared to death. I was so scared.
Your rock was no longer the rock.
No. Yeah. Once he got scared, I was just a mess. And, he could go pee off the canoe. I couldn't pee. I had to pee the whole time for like 4 hours sitting there having to pee. And I wasn't getting out of that canoe because there were gators everywhere and they were huge and we could hear them grunting. Oh, and I was afraid to put my paddle in the water. There was a certain point where... grunting. Oh, yeah, I had the paddle on top of the canoe and I was like, Dad, if we paddle anywhere you're paddling, I'm not putting my paddle in that water.
It wasn't the warning grunting like, hey, stay away from my area. It was the grunting like, hey, food's about to get ready to go in the water. Everybody get ready to, like, take your chance.
I don't know what kind of grunting it was, but it was loud.
Well, they let each other know. They communicate.
And it was frightening.
They really do.
And they told us that we were in major gator breeding territory, and it was fucking gator breeding season.
Yeah, I believe it.
And, Coquito, we're back. All right. So... they rescued us in the Everglades at like 9-something at night. They must have read the little slip on my dad's truck of how many of us went, what time, and that we took a canoe. I thought, well, those dumb motherfuckers aren't back yet, and it's fixing to be 10 o'clock out here. But they're having a mighty good time there in the fucking Everglades.
So you were there at night?
Yeah, like, it got dark at 6. Okay. They didn't rescue us till 9-something.
So then you got to see all the freaking little glowy eyes.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And they were huge.
That's creepy as fuck.
It was scary as fuck. And I must also mention that the Everglades, I mean, you picture swamp, but it's water.
Yeah.
There's no fucking where to pull your canoe up and get out.
No.
Even if you wouldn't because of the alligators, but they could have flipped our canoe fucking 800 times with their tail.
I've had one try to do that.
I mean, Jesus, if they would have smelled us like meat, like what if I would have been on my period or something? We probably would have been dead. Awesome. They probably would have ate us.
They would have kept pushing, yes.
Oh.
And rocked the boat until you tipped over, yeah.
Oh, that would have been the worst way you could ever die.
No.
One of the worst ways.
One of the worst ways.
They would chew you to death. Like,
yeah.
They would take you and roll you under.
Yeah, they do the death roll.
Yeah, and you'd drown. It'd be a drowning death and some jaws.
That's what it is a drowning death.
And jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws and drowning.
The hope is that they would clench onto your neck and do the spiral and kill you that way. Because then it is just the jaw, but then no. If they grab like an arm and they drag you under, then it is drowning.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It just sounds terrifyingly horrible. They're terrifying.
Traumatizing right before you die.
Creatures.
Yeah, like
I just
pure panic. Pure panic before you die.
Pure panic, not a smooth.
No.
Not a peaceful death.
I think I'd rather be like bitten and chewed up by a shark.
Me too. I would. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I'll swim in the ocean any day before I'll swim in these black fucking lakes.
I go swimming in the ocean at night.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't mind the ocean. I'll take a shark. I swim with sharks on purpose.
Well, no, people are like, aren't you afraid you can't see what's in the water? Fuck no. There's more things asleep at night in the water. There's less things swimming in the water.
Sharks are nocturnal.
They are nocturnal. However, the schools of fish that they fucking eat aren't.
Right.
Exactly.
Maybe they aren't nocturnal. They might sleep at night because...
No, they have 2 brains. Mm. Yeah. One's more active, and they keep just switching.
Mm.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I should know that because I love sharks.
So does my daughter.
I swam with sharks in the Keys, off of Lou Key, just south of Marathon Key, back in 2016. And we took the snorkeling cruise out when we pulled up to the sharks. Or when we pulled up to the reef, the sharks were already in the water, and I've always wanted to swim with them, and I jumped right in. I dove right in and swam with them. It was amazing. Anyway, off topic. So we got the airboats coming. You can hear the engine. And I'm like, oh, my dad's like, they're coming to get us. I'm like, do you really think so? Do you really think so, Dad? Oh, my God, really? Do you really think so? Oh, my God, right. Oh, my God, oh, my God. And then they caught the engine, and he's like, we got to scream so they can find us. I'm like, all right. And I screamed this blood-curdling scream. Like, I was standing up in the canoe screaming. I've never wanted to get out of somewhere so bad in my life. And I don't remember if my dad screamed or not. All I can remember is screaming. And then they come a little further, caught the engine again, we scream. We did that probably about 5-6 times before they finally found us.
Dang.
Uh-huh. We were fucking out there. And they were like, the last people didn't get rescued until 7 o'clock the next morning.
You know what's weird?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock the next morning.
7 o'clock
morning. Because of that exact same reason that you just said, though, about the screaming thing, mm-hmm. Is it weird that I actually have a emergency whistle with me at all times?
No. That would have been smart if we would have had one.
Right. That's because
having a boating craft, taking a boating craft out into the Everglades like we did, we should have had a flare. Mm-hmm. We should have had a whistle. Even if it's just a canoe, you're supposed to have the life jackets, the flare, the whistle, the same shit as if you had a regular boat. Yeah. Like if the Florida Fish and Wildlife stopped you and checked you like they do when you have a regular boat, mm-hmm. Maybe we had all that shit. I don't know.
Most people don't. Not in a canoe.
Not in a canoe.
No.
So they took the canoe, they picked it up, and they put it right on the side of the what the fuck boats are those?
What?
The boats, the swamp boats. What are they called?
Oh, the airboats?
The airboats.
Yeah.
They took the canoe and put it right up on the airboat, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And they just whirred us right, because they could go right over the sawgrass.
Well, that's the thing, is that like the Everglades, as far as I know, because I haven't even seen them yet. Like, I've been in Florida most of my life, and I have never seen them.
It's the whole bottom of Florida.
Is that sad? I've been in Florida most of my life.
A lot of people haven't seen the Everglades.
But you know what?
I've been there a bunch of times.
I'm also that guy that drove all the way from upstate New York, where I was, all the way to Watertown, and didn't go see Niagara. Just turned around immediately and went back home.
How about this? I lived in New York for 18 years, and I've never been to New York City.
I went there twice, but
I've never been out. Never
drove through.
But I saw it when I drove John up to New Jersey last July, I saw the Statue of Liberty, and I saw the skyline of New York from Bayonne, New Jersey, bitches.
You know what you won't see? Towers.
No, I did not see the towers.
Yes. But I did go see the... Memorial.
I would like to go there and check that out.
And coincidentally, when I went to go see it, it was Customer Appreciation Day or some shit, where everybody got to go see it for free.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Was it September 11th?
I think it might have been.
That'd be quite the day to go visit that.
Do
you remember what this podcast was about?
This podcast is about losing your mind, in a sense.
I believe. I think it's about mentally ill people.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Yeah. Who have learned something new.
Or you're not chained into society's construct.
It depends on how much it's changed.
Do you know what was weird? I watched a Marilyn Manson video the other night, and I rocked out to
Dope Show?
A couple of his songs. Yeah, the Dope Show, Beautiful People, a couple of his songs. And I remember when he came out, he seemed so weird. He was so, like, avant-garde and, like, just so out there. And, like, I watched him last night. I was like, he looked normal as fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
That was all showmanship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the world has changed so much in, 20 years that...
I mean, they still want to blame him for freaking Columbine. No, it was fucked up kids having fucked up mentalities that got ignored and were reaching out a long time before they did that and still got ignored, and so they shot up a bunch of fucking kids at school.
Fucksticks.
They were.
They were little assholes.
They were little fucking punks.
Little assholes that probably played too many shooting video games, honestly.
Well,
Desensitized.
I don't even agree with that.
They want to shoot up the school.
I wouldn't even agree with that, just because if you think about it, we're desensitized from the moment we start acknowledging that we can think for ourselves. Because then every word, I'm going to write about this, even the word think and thought. We get desensitized
You were on a chair that day.
Right. We get desensitized.
Matt's going to write a book about thought. So when thought comes out, what's the name of it going to be?
Consciousness, a thought we are not.
Consciousness, a thought we are not.
Yeah.
When that book comes out in 6 months, a year, 2 years, or maybe 3,
we'll... That's the thing, though, is that...
Get by that, because Matt will be the author.
That's the thing about consciousness and thought.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Changing. Real fast.
In the Riviera Maya, I was staying in Acamel in a jungle house. In the Riviera Maya, the jungle house had a private cenote underneath it, and it was an open-air palapa-style house, which palapa is... the palm frond top, and it was open air, no TV, no internet, had a separate bathroom that was like down a walkway through the jungle, and then it was a separate little house. There was a bathroom with this huge big tub, and the whole thing was like marble inside. It was like fucking outrageous. It was like $120 a night on fucking Airbnb.
That's a fucking no-brainer.
Place was insane. I mean, it was nuts, but there was nothing to do but really trip because you do no internet,
right.
Trip and swim in the cenote. So, I think I took 2 hits that night, and oh god, I tripped so good. My boyfriend at the time and the other guy that we got stuck there with. That's the whole story. They ended up getting in a fist fight. And I had the best trip of my life.
Nice.
You'd think that would have fucked my trip up, but no. Down by the private cenote, there were these mosaics that were done into the concrete of the area where the cenote was. And I remember just staring at those fucking things, and they were just... Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Everything was moving, and I was in this jungle. And I was sitting in the cenote with my feet in the water, and the little fish were coming up and nibbling at my feet.
Yeah.
And there was a cave right here. And the bats were in the cave, and the bats were flying in, and the bats were flying out, and the fishes were nibbling at my toes, and the bats were flying in, and the bats were flying out. It was just so, like everything just...
had its place.
Came together, yeah. Everything was as it should be.
Yes.
And then after all the bats were done, I saw, like, the souls of all the Mayans that had come before me in that little area on the face of that cave, and it was like a experience I never had before. It was, I don't know what the fuck happened down there that night, but I was down there by myself. I don't know where the fuck the rest of them were, fighting, doing whatever, but it was like a religious experience. That was like awesome.
That sounds amazing.
It was great. It was 100% the best, cleanest, happiest little trip I ever had in my life in the Mexican jungle. I'd go back and live in that fucking house.
That's weird.
I would. Go back and live in the house. I went and spent a little time in that bathroom, too.
I understand that these hallucinogens that we can have access to and take alter our barriers. That, in a sense, that's what it does. It doesn't get you high and change your mind. What it does is lower your inhibitions and barriers and your filaments on your glasses that you're wearing that you see reality through.
I see reality through an actual pair of glasses.
You do, but
not very well, I might add.
As we grow up, we learn certain things or hear certain things that we adopt as part of ourselves and create our lenses that we view the world through and create our own reality because, well, I mean, perception is reality, and then eventually reality is perception. So it just keeps feeding into an endless loop like that. And so whenever you take a hallucinogen such as acid, mushies, peyote, things like that, DMT.
I never take a peyote.
What it does is kind of like allows you to float through the middle of where reality and perception meet. And it allows you to get rid of the walls and the constructs that society, in a sense, has built into you since a young kid. You know?
We know we don't like societal constructs over here.
Right. Like, okay, when you're a little kid, you learn when you are walking across the street, what are you supposed to wait for?
Cars.
And you're supposed to do what?
Look, both ways.
Both ways, right? Why not one way?
I danced with that shit.
Right.
I never did what we were supposed to do.
Exactly.
I did not like being told what to do, and I didn't always do what we were supposed to do. So I'd look one way and go, and I'd look the other way and go.
Right, like, if you're crossing an 8-lane highway, why are you going to look both ways to cross the first side of it, to then only cross, I mean, what am I
was not crossing those kind of roads. I lived in the country.
Even still, Buffalo, we gotta roam somewhere.
I didn't grow up in Buffalo.
No, I'm saying the Buffalo roam, though.
Oh.
They gotta cross the street somehow.
I was in the woods. I come from woods people.
But, yeah.
Woodland fairies.
This, the society that we are in, it
sucks.
It literally molds us from little kids.
Melts your brain.
To desensitize us to some things and keep us in check or in, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of keeps us bound. That's what I'm looking for. It keeps us bound and reliant. Why do you think that there's so many people that can't stop watching the news?
I hate the fucking news.
I hate the news.
I never watch it.
If you watch
I don't know what's going on in the world. China could be fucking...
I don't know.
Knocking at our back door. And
don't care. Don't care.
Don't give a fuck.
Hey, you want this house? You want the keys to this house? Here, take it. I don't care.
It's probably bad that I do a podcast and I put information out into the world and I have no idea what's going on in the world. But you know what? I'm not going to change.
Okay. You aren't putting out news that is...
I'm not saying I'm putting out news. I should know what's going on in the world a little bit. But
well,
I could just ask somebody. Right?
Yes.
I could ask an expert.
What do you think people used to do to get the...
I could listen to a podcast.
What do you think people used to do to get the time to set their watches?
Right. They didn't look at the microwave.
They didn't look at the microwave. They didn't look at their cell phone that was digitally connected. They had to
look
ask.
At the microwave. I'm so old school still. I look at the microwave. What the fuck? Right. Do you want to hear something funny about microwaves?
No.
Please? It's
no.
a good story.
No.
My mom wanted a microwave so bad when I was a kid because they came out in the 80s. Well, they came out before that, but everyone started getting them in the 80s, right? My mom wanted a fucking microwave so bad, I don't know why.
She wanted a fucking microwave?
No, she wanted a fucking microwave. My dad was like, no, we're not having that radiation bullshit in our house. My dad was a hippie.
It's because the old ones really did have radiation bad, though.
My dad did not want that shit.
They were horrible. They were so bad.
So, my mom and dad got divorced. My mom bought the biggest motherfucking microwave. And she made a lot of shit in the microwave. She got a microwave cookbook and made like dinners in the microwave, right?
Do you remember TV dinners though?
Yeah.
How bad they were for us?
They were terrible.
It was like
but she made like homemade dinners, like cooked them in the microwave.
Even they were bad because they were cooked in the microwave.
Right, but we weren't eating TV dinners. Everything was homemade.
I get that.
But
the microwave
she made shrimp
itself,
scampi in the fucking microwave.
The microwave itself made it bad.
Right.
Yes.
So me and Mom ate tons of microwave food.
I used to make eggs.
I used to make cheese and crackers. I used to melt my cheese on my crackers in the microwave with pepperoni. And the pepperoni, turned up. But, hold on. Mom and I ate tons of food out of the microwave. And guess what?
You wanted more.
Mom and I both ended up getting cancer.
Hey, that's true.
And Dad died of something else.
Damn. That just went morbid real quick.
Mom got thyroid cancer, and I got breast cancer. It was right from all that fucking microwave shit we ate in the 80s.
Holy shit. Damn, that sucks. But yeah.
And Dad was probably laughing from heaven, like, you two fuckers, I told you not to get the goddamn microwave.
Right. They want to test... They want to test drugs that they manufacture for 7 years before you can even start to do anything. They have to do... 14 years? Mm. They only have a limited time on the patent. 20 years, that's it.
Like...
What's our Bill of Rights? What's our amendments? We have the right to peaceful protest, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, not anymore. Did you know that?
See, those are annoying, aren't they?
We no longer have a right to peaceful protest if it's against government agencies directly.
I think I heard that.
Yeah, because then you get deemed a domestic terrorist and get held. You can be charged and held indefinitely without trial in Guantanamo Bay.
Ah, fuck.
Being deemed a domestic terrorist. Kaboom!
Shit.
I know, you just broke that. And the thing is, most people don't even know these things, though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, knowledge is power. But then it's also a curse when not enough people know these knowledges. Because then you kind of feel like it's your burden, because you do know this stuff, to not let others falter and become victim to these other things.
Or not tell them so that they get, picked up and, you shouldn't tell them. You shouldn't give them a warning.
Well, you get what I'm saying.
I think I'm delirious.
No. It's one of those things where when I start talking about wanting to help humanity, I start...
Yeah, I think I'm ready to turn it in, man. I'm getting a little tired and hungry.
Turn it in or turn it up?
Turn it up, turn it down, turn it off.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what? I said that earlier. That was so funny.
did.
Who's I on the phone with, too?
I know.
They were not laughing.
I know.
Whoever it was did not think it was funny.
Not at all. I looked at you and I was like... I was waiting for you to catch it. Then you caught it. I saw it in your face. I was just like, yes, okay.
Oh man,
you said it so fluid without realizing you said it.
I know what.
Because it was two separate thought ideas or sentences that just ran into each other. That it just came off natural, but it was a lyric, and we both caught it. But the person on the phone, they didn't think it was funny.
Who was on the phone?
I don't remember.
I don't talk on the phone to that many people. Who could it possibly have been?
Maybe it could have been Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah.
I didn't speak with her today.
Oh.
Busted.
It's a time warp.
I'm ready for a nap.
It's a time warp.
It's a time warp again.
No, you were talking about time warps.
The government is fucking with us, and they are stretching out time. No, they're making time. They're fucking with it. They're moving it back and forth. What? I feel they're making it. It's like if something good is going on and time goes by super, super fast. And if something sucks, then time goes by super, super slow. But it's like when you were a kid and that went on, but it's like now as an adult, they're doing it to us. They're fucking it up with us.
No, we're doing it to ourselves.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes.
I wish we had another of those frozen pizzas.
Yeah. What time is it? Damn.
All right, kids. Well, thank you so much for listening to us at SDP. Please, give us a review on the website, which is societaldeconstruction.com. And you could also become a follower, or you could tell some friends to listen to us, or maybe...
I don't even like that how that's called.
Give us a little donation.
A follower.
Let's
follow everybody.
Nah, we don't want to be followers. We're going to be leaders. We'll put leaders. We'll put leaders on the website.
We have our own stuff that we're doing.
Right.
I didn't even think of that until just now.
Yeah. I always thought that too. I don't like to be a follower.
You know what I'm saying? What
the
fuck?
The world now is followers. They all think they're followers. That's why they're all sheep.
But that's why we keep freaking...
Don't be a sheep!
Except to this channel.
Yes. Listen to us often. We do it often, like the weekend. Excuse my cough.
Often.
I'm dying.
Got it.
I might not make it through the night. We might not make it. Like the weekend. We might not make it, but we're going to do it often.
Yeah.
Often. I like the weekend.
I do too.
Hope you guys all like the weekend out there. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.